everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my current favorites. Now for my favorites, I just call them current favorites because I don't do them monthly. If I'm going to recommend something to you, I want it to be something that I've been trying and that I really enjoy, and I really think that you might enjoy too based on, you know, your preferences and that sort of thing. So I have 5 items here to talk to you about and 1 dud. To start things off, I have the Catrice 1 Minute Face Perfector. Now the claims on this are that it is a moussey face perfector that ensures flawless mattified complexion and natural makeup finish. Makes pores visibly disappear and color adapts to any skin tone. Use as a makeup or primer. Now I only use this as a primer and it looks like this. It's got that moussey texture in there and it looks like it would be fairly dark. So that's it just going on, and then I just blend it out and I put my foundation on over top. Now as for the claim, if it adjusts to other people's skin tones, I don't know. It works for me and I don't have a problem, but I haven't tried it on anyone else to see if it actually does that or not. So that claim I can't verify, but I do know it works for me. And it is mattifying. So if you have dry skin, I don't think that you'll enjoy this. It has almost like a powdery finish to it once it dries. Like it's not wet, it's moussey. And then once it's kind of on the skin, it just feels powdery. It's really nice. I do enjoy the texture of it and it does blur my pores, and I like this. It just feels nice, especially under a more dewy kind of foundation. I find it makes it feel less tacky on my skin. And if you've been around at all, you would know I am a powder fiend because I hate a tacky finish on my foundation, and this just kind of helps set things a little bit better for me. I also find that if I put this up under my eyes, it just gives my concealer a little bit of an added boost. It doesn't necessarily help with creasing or anything like that. It just kind of helps my concealer be a little bit more for full coverage than what it is without it. So if those are things you're looking for, I would recommend giving this a try. Next up, I don't think I've talked about this before. I've talked about the brand, but I have the Need for Speed Topcoat from Morgan Taylor. Morgan Taylor makes my favorite type of nail polish. I just find it wears really well on me. Even without the top coat, it wears well. I can get a good few days out of my nail polish, which is unheard of. Usually my nail polish is chipping by the end of day 1. And I have tried like the Essie Gel Couture and those ones, and those tend to peel on me, especially on the tips of my nails within a few days as well. The Morgan Taylor polish, for whatever reason, it's built to last for my nails because it stays on. But I do like this top coat because it dries the polishes super fast as well. And I can show you and the wand that they have in the top coat is similar to all their nail polishes, so it looks like that. It's kind of like a fat paddle wand instead of one of the long skinny ones, which I like because it fits right onto your nail bed and you just kind of swipe it up, and that's the way all their polishes are. So it's really easy to use. It's a really great formula, but this top coat is really nice. It extends the life of the polish, which is already really good for me anyway, and it's a really nice top coat because it makes your nails actually dry quicker. I have the Grace and Stella Rescue My Hair Mask with Argan Oil. This was sent to me free a year or 2 ago, 2 years ago. I think it was when I first started my channel. So a company reached out to me and I'm like, sure, send it to me. And I don't get much PR at all. I've only gotten a couple things like skincare and this, I think. But anyway, so this holds something dear to my heart, but I really do like it. I did a review on it when I originally got this and a face mask from them. But this just, I've realized over time how much I like it. And I'm not a big hair mask person. Did I say it was a face mask? This is a hair mask. Let me clarify. I'm not a huge hair mask person. I just think they're high maintenance. They take too much time in the shower. You have to wait around, then rinse it out. And do you use shampoo or do you use conditioner afterwards or not? Like, what's it going to do for your hair? So for me to recommend a hair mask, for me, it's good. So the thing I really like about this is it is so nice after I have colored my hair. I find that when I color my hair, because I do it myself at home, I always have, well, I shouldn't say I always have. I've gotten it done professionally, but I have no problem doing it myself too. But I do find that my hair feels very dry afterwards. And even if I'm doing my Aussie 3 in a Minute Miracle hair thing, which I use all the time, it still doesn't have that softness to it until I use this. I've forgotten a few times and I couldn't figure out why my hair wasn't soft, but it's like this, if I use this after, if I use this in my hair a few days after I've colored my hair, it brings that softness back and it lasts. It doesn't go away until I color my hair again, and then it kind of gets that kind of dry feeling, and then I'll use this and it comes back again. But if I don't use this, I don't get that feeling in my hair. It just kind of stays dry and kind of textured and not as soft and smooth. So it's almost like a restoring treatment for me. It's not super conditioning, but I also don't like using conditioner after I've used it. So I know for the next couple of days after I've used this particular one that, you know, my hair might be a little bit more tangly, but then I just put it away until I color my hair again, and then I use it again. And it does have an expiry date on it, which I just realized. It expires this month, so I might keep using it because it definitely still hasn't changed in scent. I've gotten quite a bit of use out of that. And I mean, I don't use hair masks often. Again, I only use this when I color my hair or in the summertime if my hair is getting kind of dry from swimming in the chlorine. Otherwise, I don't touch this. So it's been well loved. And I mean, I don't touch other hair masks either. I use the Aussie 3-Minute Miracle hair conditioner as my regular conditioner. But otherwise, this is what I use. This is tried and true. I would say the only con for some people is that it has an intensely strong scent. But for me, I mean, it makes my nose run. It makes me sneeze a little bit. It dissipates. It's strong while it's on your head, but after you wash your hair, you'll get a faint smell of it like throughout the night or whatever, or throughout the day, depending on when you wash it. But it's not super strong, and it dissipates over time. It doesn't last like days and days and days or anything like that. It does last a little bit, but it's not super strong. It's much more pleasant after it's been washed out. But it reminds me of my grandfather's aftershave when I was little. I think he used the brand Nivea. At least I always remember those blue bottles lined up on his counter and everything. But it smells, it's a sweet memory for me because, oh my goodness, it's making my nose run. It's a sweet memory for me, even though clearly there's something in here that's very strong that's aggravating my allergies. So if that's something that would be off-putting for you, I would stay away from it. But if you can handle the scent for a little bit of time, it really is a good mask to restore your hair and kind of get it back to that softness, especially if you're chemically treating it or it has some sort of damage that way. So I would recommend this. Okay. The next item I have is by Manna Kadar, and this is a brand that we often see in subscription boxes, and a lot of times I don't like what comes from this brand, but this particular lipstick I really like. It is the Beauty Simplified Liplocked Priming Lipstick, and this is in the shade Lust, and it's just a normal cream lipstick, but it has a primer in it. And if you would have asked me before, I would have been like, what the heck does that do? I just find it, I mean, it doesn't necessarily wear any better than a regular cream lipstick like any longer. It comes off, it transfers, it does all that stuff, but it goes on my lips really nice. It doesn't sink into my lines or anything. It doesn't bleed. There's a noticeable difference with the formula of this compared to other cream lipsticks, and I'm assuming it's the primer aspect of it. I don't know, but I really do like this. I wish I had more colors of it, but I do like this color, so that's good. But yeah, I think if you have an opportunity to get this, or if you get it in a subscription box, don't write it off right away. I think it's worth trying out, especially if you enjoy a good bullet lipstick. This one looks really nice on the lips. I'm wearing it today. The next item I have is a brow pomade, and these are from Shop Miss A, and they are the AOA Studio Wonder Brow Tinted Brow Pomade. And I have two of them. I have the shade Taupe and I have the shade Medium Brown, and I really do enjoy these. Taupe is a little bit too light for me. I haven't used it as much, but what one was it called? Medium Brown? I mean, it doesn't even look like I've used it that much either, but I have used it. That's what that one looks like. They're super tiny. I mean, what can I, like, if I compare the two, can you tell how tiny this is compared to this side by side? But I mean, it's a brow pomade, and I find with, like I had the Benefit Gimme Brow one, and that's already starting to dry out on me, and I'm only about halfway through it. So, I could buy the mini of it, so that would be a better purchase, side note. But these were only like $1 from Shop Miss A, and they wear really nice. They wear all day. They have a really nice formula. They're not too waxy. They're not too greasy. They go on my brows nice. They look nice. I don't have any complaints about these. I really like these. And my one dud is something that I actually got recently, and it was so much of a dud that I decided I don't need to test it out longer than a couple of weeks to tell you that this is awful and I don't like it. And some of you might be like, what are you talking about? Emily Noel has talked about it and she loves it. I'm here to tell you that Leah, MacDonald, does not. I am talking about the Milani, the Violet One Lash Primer. I got this several weeks ago, and it is a purple or lavender base, or violet, I guess, violet primer, lash primer. And if you can see there, I hope you can, it has a very funky wand. It's got kind of a no bristle on one side, and then it's got bristles on the other side. And I can handle the wand. It's not super bad. I mean, I don't particularly enjoy wands like this. They're kind of gimmicky, but this lash primer claims that the violet hue is going to help your black mascara pop even more. And then it has the other claims about making your lashes go on for miles and miles and be like superstar, you're wearing false lashes, but you're not, you know. Anyway, I'm exaggerating a bit, but it has the typical lash primer claims. My problem with this is it is very hard to cover that violet when it's on your eyes. I have tried various mascaras, some older ones, some newer ones, some wet ones, some dry ones. None of them want to cover this. And then by the time you get it covered, your eyes are so goopy of mascara that it's not pretty. And I like quite a few coats. I usually go for at least 2 coats of mascara plus a lash primer. I will go 3-4 coats if I have to. But this, it's so finicky. It covers parts of it, but other parts of your lashes it doesn't. And sometimes you can see the purple seeping up from on top. It doesn't dry down to a clear or anything like that. And even when I don't go in with multiple coats, even when I'm just going, well, I guess they're multiple, but even when I just go in with my regular 2 coats, because I'm working through the lashes so much, they start clumping up and just kind of going spidery. And I don't like that look. And I don't like this at all. It's a dud. I'm sorry, Milani. I don't like your lash primer. And those are all my current favorites, plus, you know, one not so much favorite, kind of dud. I do have a question for any techie people out there. I'm throwing it out there because I have no idea who to ask. I've searched on the internet and I cannot find an answer, and I don't know if it's just because I don't know stuff about this, but I have been having trouble when I'm editing my videos with the sound being off and it being a little bit glitchy. I have a new computer, so I'm like, okay, maybe that was the issue. So I got a trial version of the software that I use for editing videos. That is the latest version, and it's a full version. It was just like a 30-day trial, and I'm still having like the sound off when I'm editing. And when I go to render it and to make it a file to put online, it's fine. But when I'm editing, it's glitchy and it's driving me nuts. The sound is off. I've tried adjusting the settings to make it match what's on my camera to what's on the card, like the SD card to what's on my computer. I have tried other programs as well that are trials and everything out there. I've tried Filmora and one other one, I forget, but like the latest kind of trials that are out there, just to see if maybe it's just I need a better working software, and I'm getting the same problem with everything. My question is, could it be my SD card? Do I need a different SD card? And if I do, what do you recommend that I would use so my videos aren't driving me nuts when I am trying to edit them? Because yes, Leah doesn't like, because yeah, it's driving me bonkers. I'm having a hard time with editing, and yeah. So if someone knows and they can help, if you think it might be the SD card and you can recommend one, that would be good. That isn't going to break the bank. Would be much appreciated. Or if you know the answer. Again, I've looked it up. I've tried switching settings. I've tried to match settings. I've tried different programs. I have a brand new computer. So, and it was doing it on my old computer as well. So this has been happening for like the last 6 months to a year. So I'm not sure what happened that's off. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is if my SD cards, if something's happened with them and over time they've gotten old and they don't want to work properly. So yes, if you know, please let me know. Please. Let me know in the comments below also what you think of these products. Have you tried any of them and what are your thoughts on them? Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.